Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to be talking about why eating your own seed might just be the fountain of youth. How you guys doing? I go by Jesus_Detroit on Instagram, Youngdaygo on Snapchat, and I know it might sound a little crazy to you, but eating your own, your own sperm, your own cum, tremendously beneficial. And you might be thinking, like, that is absolutely insane. Why does this guy do this? And it goes beyond who I am and beyond centuries of existence of why, it's part of what creates life. And if like the way I look at it, if the life starts, with the testicles and fertilizing an egg, you might as well be able to get that fertilizer into who you are. I mean, because it's only going to, be beneficial to you. And if you look at it just purely on a nutrient, whatever, you're going to find that it's highly in zinc, potassium, and overall, this stuff is just great for your body. And, there's like a slim, rare people that are like actually allergic to cum, which is like one in like, who knows how many. But for the most part, everybody can eat it. I'm sure, people out there, I'm not the only one that's tried my own seed, but I can tell you, you got to believe that this stuff can actually make you more youthful. It can actually raise your testosterone, raise your human growth hormone, and make you overall stronger and more beautiful. So one of the key benefits is it's like pretty much stem cells. I mean, you're having all these cells come inside of you, and they're alive. And they're going to be able to get into your bloodstream and be able to make your hair thicker. They're going to be able to make your skin glow. And it's going to be able to just refuel you in a way that you're not going to be able to get from typical food. And, this is where, if you guys seen my previous videos on edging, where this way you never waste a load. And, like some people might be like, what do you mean? Like, you're just going to wipe it up with a sock or a towel. You're actually getting rid of something that's quite beneficial, and to each their own on what they believe with it. But I'm just telling you what I know from my own experience and what I feel that, anything to make me better, I'm going to do. I mean, if you look at it, why do people even eat oysters? You're going to tell me that you really like it? Some people tend to like that taste. But at the end of the day, it's just a slug on a rock that's good for you. You know what I mean? So, that being said, it's a taste that somebody might not like right away. It's kind of like your first beer. Some people might like your first beer. It's love at first sip. For other people, it might take, a few cases to get by. And nonetheless, you got to have, the desire and actually want to believe that this can actually help you. Because I don't ever do anything without setting proper intentions. I don't waste my loads. Like I said, if I'm, edging and I have to, erupt and make that explosion, I'm making sure it's straight in and straight down, and I ain't messing around. I'm making myself a better person with it. And sometimes it's like you'll be with a partner or whatever, and it's just like, they don't want it. It's like, that's fine. If you don't want it, I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, my loads, the way I look at it as a man, as who I am, it's worth something. I put value into what it can do to benefit my health, benefit my longevity at life, because truly it is like the fountain of youth. You can look in a whole bunch of like Hindu practices, and they got, Shibambu, which is like a whole nother ball game, but it's in the same territory. It's where you talk about eating your or drinking your urine. And I'm sure you might have heard about this if you're kind of dabbling into this subject, and you might think like, oh, those people are crazy, they drink their own piss. Teach their own, but I'll tell you this. When people say something like, yeah, it tastes like piss, it's like, you really, honestly, piss don't taste half as bad as some stuff out there. Some of those kombucha drinks, you think that stuff tastes great. You'd be surprised what you got flowing through, your main vein. And, it's worth giving it a shot just to see how it tastes and see how you feel, because that's known to like raise your testosterone and raise your strength as well. That's something that I haven't really been dabbling too much in, but it's something I experiment with. And, going down the line here, anything to benefit me, I'm going to give it a shot. And, that's something you guys should definitely get, looking up. There's a great guy out there, the Health Nut, that talks about the urine, therapy or whatever. And I'm definitely intrigued. And I will tell you that, yeah, I've drinking it. I drink in my own piss, whatever. It doesn't taste that bad. I could tell you that on certain days, like I drink a lot of coffee. So like, when you drink it, it usually just tastes like coffee. If you have like, something like real buttery or sweet in your system, that's going to be reflected right into your urine. And since we're talking about taste, we're talking about, your cum, your sperm. The taste of that, honestly, is not bad. Like, to me, it tastes like pancake batter. I mean, at least mine does, because I tend to use a lot of coconut oil. And, I'm like, I have a pretty, a fairly clean diet. I don't, I'm not a vegan or anything, but I definitely don't I fast all day. And when I eat, I make sure I'm getting proper nutrition. Therefore, I have extremely healthy sperm, and it tastes great. It's not like, oh my God, like the first time you do it, it's more of a social conditioning where you feel like ashamed because like, the way like you go through life, like, yeah, dude, you're thinking about somebody else's perspective on it. And all this stuff is just, conditioning to keep you trapped into being able to help yourself. I mean, it's like, why are we going to make something that can actually help you be something that's not good for you? You know what I mean? Like, why, like, you're going to make fun of somebody for trying to better themselves? Like, one day, like, you might find out, down the road, like, this is something that everybody should be doing, or it could save a life or two. So I'm happy to pass on the message, and I'm happy to be able to at least experience these things and see what they're all about. And, I feel, why waste anything that you're producing? Now, of course, the other thing, like, I haven't done, any of that, eating your own, that's, I guess, where everybody draws the line, right? But it teach their own. But either way, like, you can look the science route, and you can see there's benefits in both. And then you could also see that there ain't. End of the day, it all has to do with you. Your belief is your own meter on the benefits that you're going to receive. If you plug into the pendulum that this is good for you, guess what? It's going to be. It's going to help you out. You're going to feel beautiful. I guarantee it. If you believe that it's going to do it, it's going to do it. And then you might think like, well, what is that, a placebo effect? I mean, what's a placebo, right? But that's not what this is. I'm talking like, you look at it from, ancient texts, ancient religions, ancient civilizations. They all have done things like this. They look at their body as a temple. So, obviously this is something that's coming from you. It's something that you create. It's something that helps create life. It's something that's flowing all throughout the universe. I mean, you might as well be able to put it back into you, be able to get the benefits out of it. This way, like I said, going back to like how I like to do edging, if you blow that load, you never waste the load. This way, it's going to make your skin glow. It's going to make your hair grow. It's going to make you feel beautiful. I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of, I definitely would like to, explore more about these benefits because, I mean, there's a whole bunch of like other types of like dark rabbit holes you can go down of why people tend to like want to, be able to like drink the seed of somebody that's healthy. You know what I mean? People want to be able to get the benefits from somebody, and like that's like, a whole nother thing. I feel like if you're a healthy being, you got your own stuff, start with you, like I'm not going like, you can trust what you got, your own health. And this way you feel confident in what you're doing. And like, you don't have to like tell everybody that you're doing it like me. I'm just telling you for the sake of, I want you to be able to just, grow. I want to make everybody just be the best you that you can. And I'm not saying that you have to do this, man. It's like, it's just something that's like worth trying. I guarantee you'll feel better about it. And then you could actually be like, oh, well, that's what it tasted like. And it makes you a stronger person in the fact of, like, you're not so grossed out about, some cum or urine. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, like, come on, man. Like, we could be a little bit strong. We could be stronger than that. You know what I mean? It comes from us. It's within you. It's it's a beautiful thing. It's something that creates life. It's part of life. And, like, why you gotta take it away? You know what I mean? You ain't gotta make it sound like it's something that, that it's disgusting. Because at the end of the day, through social conditioning, everybody's just trying to, like, take us away from source. And we are beyond this. We're all connected at some way, some form, something. Something is within me, is within you, within that tree, within the sky, within beyond. It's a beautiful thing. So make sure that if you do this, I just want to make sure that you're a healthy person. Obviously, you don't want to be ingesting, semen from somebody that's got, some issues or whatever. That's should be common sense, but it's worth reiterating that you should know where you're getting the source. And it's something that I want everybody that wants to benefit themselves to try. And I definitely feel like this is one of the key factors. And having longevity in life, being able to stay around, being able to just be a better you. And like I said, man, it's something you got to give it a shot, man. It's like sometimes when you step outside your comfort zone, that's where you grow. I don't know if it's like jumping out of a plane or something, but to some that might be, like a big step in your life, and you're going to feel good about, like, wow, you know what? I'm not, it's just one less thing to be afraid of, and you never know the benefits of being able to have that in your pocket. You never know when you're going to have to do something like that. Like, and hey, I'm not saying that, you're going to need this for a situation, but you never know. You got to count your blessings and having one more skill, even as screwed up as that might sound of a skill. The weird skills definitely pay off in the long run of certain situations, is all I got to say on that. Now, going to a diet where, people eat oysters, like I said, pretty much, to me, it's a slug on a rock that's good for your cock. And, do they really taste great? I mean, to each their own. I do like them, but it's like, pretty much I'm eating hot sauce. You know what I mean? You're slurping it down. Like, do you really know what you're eating? You're just going off the fact that, somebody tells you that it's good for you and it's an aphrodisiac. And that's one of the reasons why I like eating oysters. It's like, if I'm going to eat it, it's got zinc in it, much like, the seed of life inside your balls. It's what you're producing anyways. So it's like, you're pretty much eating the oyster is like the balls of the ocean in a way, And, speaking of balls, some, that's another thing. I haven't tried any yet, but they got like sheep testicles and Rocky Mountain oysters is what they call them. I guess it's like bull testicles. And that's supposed to be like a super aphrodisiac, and it's supposed to be really strong benefits. I mean, I'm worth it, anything to make me grow, I'm going to give it a shot. You know what I mean? Because until, I'm bigger than that tree with muscles like out to here and my cock right here, I'm going to try everything that I can, as long as it's natural and it's not taken away from me. And I know you might be thinking, like, well, don't steroids do that? I mean, hey, look, if steroids had the ability to make your piece down there bigger, then I'd be more intrigued to want to take it. But that is counterproductive in the lifestyle that I want to live. I mean, like I said, I see those guys on the stage. You're huge up here, but you ain't packing nothing where it matters to me. Like, that's part of the symmetry of what I like in my vision. It's like, if you're going to be, huge, like, you want to be huge everywhere. You want that piece of meat swinging at the knees. You don't want to be like just, pretty much like just some huge action figure with nothing, to me, that's why I think the Incredible Hulk was upset. He had these huge hands and, he didn't have a big bulge. You know what I mean? But hey, to each their own, right? So going back to what I said, I might be, out there, and I'm glad to be that guy, and I want to be able to let you know that, anything that you choose to do, if you believe in it, whether it be steroids, whether it be eating your own cum or urine or whatever, man. It comes from you. Have some fun. Life's a beautiful gift every day. Find the things to make you grow, things to make you glow, things to keep you flow. And I hope you guys, I'm really happy that you guys joined me today. Definitely going to be getting more onto this topic in future videos and be able to share my perspective and experimentation of what it's been doing for me, and hopefully bringing it to the collective here to help everybody grow. I got the Big Cock Collective, the Big Cock Consciousness, where everybody lines up our thoughts, our affirmations, the existence of the being that you want to be, the growth you want to receive, the peace that you want to have. That's all there. And I want everybody to sign up that wants to, if you guys want extra help, please get in my inbox, get at me on Instagram. I offer classes, I offer Skype sessions, and anything along the way to just be able to, I'm a coach, so I'll help you, any way that I can, from penis growth techniques, making your whole body, overall grow, because that's my goal here. It's not just, bodybuilding, it's your whole body, mind, body, soul. Every chakra is going in line, and we're going to grow huge. We're going to make this beautiful. And, I hope you guys really, are intrigued with this information, and the ones that want to get it will join me and have a beautiful experience. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. And if you haven't hit the bell notification, please make sure you do. Still getting the rhythm of this, but just make it ring. See you. Love you.